Hi George, how are you?
Good, thank you.
That's good. So today I want to introduce you to Archer's new core word board. It's a low-tech version of the high-tech version we've applied to from NDIS.
Yes.
It has, as you can see, just a few words that are chosen. They're high-frequency words, which means we use them a lot in our vocabulary. So they're regular words that we use every day, but there's only a few so that we can start small and work our way up to a bigger vocabulary, which is great for you and great for Archer because it doesn't overwhelm us to start with, but it's also nice and spread out so Archer can start developing some of his writing skills to get more accuracy. The pictures are in the exact same position as they will be on the high tech version, so that he can start to learn his motor planning accurately.
Yep.
So that's another benefit of doing it this way. And it's really important when we start to use core word boards with people that as his communication partners, we use lots of words so that he can develop his language. We don't just limit our sentences and our comments or our questions to a couple of words because that's all that's there. So we might use some of these words in our longer sentences, like I like to play with the magnet tiles, or would you like some more? So it's really important also that we're not just making requests of Archer and only including questions. We want to communicate comments. We want to, expose them to lots of different language and communication modes. Yeah. So first of all, just to make sure that we run through that you're clear on what a comment is and the difference between a comment and a request.
Yes.
What would a comment be?
I like to play.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. So you see me use that, and you can understand how that would work. But yeah, that's a perfect comment.
Yes.
What would a request be?
Or a question?
Yeah.
I could ask Archer if he likes to play.
Yeah, excellent. Do you like to play? Great. So I do like to differentiate between a comment and a request before we get started, just to make sure that you're clear on the two different ones, because in this session we're going to be working towards getting you to ask 3 requests and 3 comments while we're playing.
Yes.
And I'd really like you to try and use 2 of the words or symbols when you're saying more words, obviously, but 2 symbols in each communication opportunity. And I can give you some feedback and we can just start.
Okay.
So we would normally play magnet tiles with Archer, so I thought we'd use those.
Okay.
Just start building.
So I can start building, or should I start with the comment or question?
Comment.
Yeah, okay. Well, I could say something like, it's my turn to play with the building block.
Amazing. Great. Yeah, so you used 2 there and you made a comment. Excellent. Great. Yeah. What's something that you could ask as you're building?
Building?
Yeah.
I could ask, do you know what I'm going to build?
Yeah. Could ask him that.
Yes.
Because he's used to seeing you build lots of different things. So that's a request. Great. And he might answer or he might not answer. And that's the other thing. We're also teaching him that it's a two-way communication goes both ways. So you might then give him an opportunity to respond. So that might be waiting for him to see if he might point, to say something that he may or he may not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another question I could ask would be, do you like the look of my house?
Yep, that's great. They used 2 of the symbols, and that was a question.
try a comment perhaps.
Yeah, be really good.
Where am I? Not sure I like my design.
Would you like some more time?
Yes, thank you. Yes.
So that was a great comment. Symbol and accuracy, like using two symbols.
So
Would you like me to help you?
yes, thank you.
Could I do?
You could fix my design. Engineering and architecture is a bit wobbly.
Let's look at another comment.
Another comment?
Yeah.
I want more windows in my design.
Yeah. Actually, is that a request or a comment? I want more windows in my design. So using the word want, yeah, it is a comment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not that it really matters when we're communicating with Archer. Exactly. Yeah, but that's just an interesting observation. Yeah.
Okay, and one more comment. One more comment. I think maybe I want to stop.
Right.
I'm really not sure about
Excellent.
that.
Look, I think you did really great in terms of using the communication board to make comments and requests. Sorry, I think I might have confused you asking whether that was a request or a comment.
Okay.
Because it definitely was a comment,
Yep.
and that meant that you asked an extra. You made an extra comment, so you've achieved lots today. I just want to ask you just some takeaways. So what are we remembering about Archer when we're communicating with him? What are some things that we need to remember?
I think to keep it simple, like start simple and get him confident around the accuracy. So it's really just making sure that we're speaking the same language. So this matches his board. Start small. Use it regularly so we build up that repetitive side of it and make sure that we're all on the same page so that we can move forward together. Yeah. How many symbols are you using when you're communicating to him? Ideally 2, I think you said. Yeah. Maybe one. Yeah. Maybe 2 or 3, but I keep it fairly simple, but only probably expecting maybe 1 from him. Great. Yeah. So we're noticing that difference in his communication and yourself. Excellent. And anything that you found tricky? Me designing something very special, but no, it makes sense. I mean, it's nice and easy to follow, and the way you described it, I think it's really clear and it makes sense. The fact that it matches with his is great. Excellent. Okay, thanks for your time, and thank you. I'll be talking to Anna next. Lovely.